Hey guys, Bratty here. Welcome to my channel. Good morning. So today I'll talk about the things that are the disadvantages, the shortcomings or the minus points of this motorcycle, my Suzuki Max 100R. So here it goes. The first and probably one of the most biggest disadvantages of this motorcycle is the front 130mm drum brakes, as they lack both the feel and the feedback and can be quite scary in panic braking situations due to the very poor braking performance. When you combine this poor braking performance along with the older generation brake cable, which is much thinner and much weaker compared to the braided lines that current generation disc brakes offer you, you will notice that these kind of old technology cables are not built to withstand such braking pressures and can stretch due to wear and tear and eventually snap, which means cutting in half, which means that you lose total control to the brakes, and that's brake failure, and you ending up in an accident is having much higher chances. Another major disappointment, practicality wise, are these spoke rims. Although they offer the classic charm and the classic look for the motorcycle, they do not allow for the accommodation of tubeless tires, which means that repairing punctures can be incredibly difficult compared to a tubeless tire, and they are susceptible to tire bursts when there is a puncture, which can be dangerous for your life as you are riding. Another disappointment is the 35-watt halogen bulb present in the headlamp, as it offers poor visibility when you're driving at night. High beam is fine, but low beam could have been a lot better. Another major disadvantage is the metal petrol tank. As you can see, the sunlight is falling on it right now, and you all know that heat gets conducted by metals much easier, and that means that petrol gets evaporated easier due to the heat from the petrol tank. And another major disadvantage is being metal, it can rust, and it's already rusted due to age, and which means that petrol can get impure, go into the engine, go into the carburetor through the engine, which can make the carburetor dirty, which can also cause a lot of problems like starting trouble, performance getting dropped, and mileage also getting dropped due to a choked carburetor and a struggling engine. Another major disadvantage is the seat bush. This seat has 4 bushes, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these bushes rest on the frame's top. What happens is that these bushes are made from rubber, and they are kind of settled inside the seat's underbase. So what happens is that the rubber tends to fall off as you move, and which can cause the seat to come in contact with the panel, and which can cause breakage to the panel due to load, as you can see. And this is quite evident on this side panel. As you can see, it's already broken. This is because of the seat bush falling off, and can be quite a big disadvantage, as you might need to be changing the panels and the seat bush quite often. And this is after trying to solve it using a lot of gum to make sure that the bush is properly seated, but it still is not fixing the issue. Another problem with these kind of motorcycles are the old school shock absorbers that come with them. These are of very old technology and can make a lot of noises. Even brand new box packed ones of the same thing can make noises if you're unlucky. So it can be quite frustrating or quite irritating to keep hearing this squeaking noise when you ride around and when you go over humps or potholes. Another major problem is the quality of the tail lamp cover. It is very poor that even when you're installing a brand new one, when you're tightening these screws, these two screws which hold it in place, it can break due to the pressure, even for normal pressures, and it can also create cracks such as these and these, which are just completely due to heat, which is quite poor when you look at the quality of it.